Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So before I get started, I like to moisturize my skin with my Pond's Crema S Moisturizer. I love this stuff. It's super lightweight and sinks into your skin smoothly and quickly, not leaving your face feeling like you have a lot of product on. And then for brows, this is actually the only thing that you can say isn't drugstore. This is honestly the only thing I use, only because I don't do much to my brows. I've had this duo for a while, so I don't feel the need to purchase a whole bunch of brow stuff. Now all I'm doing is filling in my sparse areas and little gaps I have here and there, and also giving myself a bit more shape by my arch. And to prime my face, I'll be taking the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer for a boost of luminosity and just to give my face more of a lively and bright complexion. Now taking my Maybelline Fitme Concealer. Now I know this may seem a little odd to some people, but there are times where I like to spot conceal before foundation around my blemishes and dark spots around my mouth and under my eyes, especially the days that my under eye circles are a mess. Now, for me, it just gives me more of an even application when it is time to put on a foundation, and also it just gives me more coverage when it's time to conceal. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have really bad under eye circles. It is hereditary. I can literally sleep for days, and I can wake up looking like that, looking like a mess. And for foundation, I'll be using Maybelline's Fitme Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is one of my favorite drugstore foundations. It blends out easily, doesn't dry too quick. It's really comfortable on the skin. Now, the only thing is that it is supposed to be a full coverage matte foundation, but I would say it's more towards the medium coverage and semi-matte finish. I don't know about you guys, but there's some times where I cannot blend my foundation around my brows. So what helps is just getting a concealer brush and putting the foundation around your brows and then just blending it out. And to conceal, I'll be taking the LA Girl HD Pro Concealer in Creamy Beige. I wanted to go for a more natural, not too light highlighting shade. I'll also be blending that out on my lids to prime for the little bit of shadow that we'll be using. And to bake and set everything into place, I'm going to be using my Airspun translucent powder. Now, if you're like me and you smile a lot and you laugh a lot, I always suggest to put translucent powder around your smile lines and just let it sit there. Now, you're going to see in a second that I actually wipe it off with my foundation powder, but then I go back in and leave it on. That is the powder that I leave on the most, is the translucent powder on the sides. Then I just took a Maybelline Better Skin Foundation powder with a Morphe Fluffy powder brush, and I'm going to set all the areas that aren't baking. And for eyes, I will actually be using a bronzing palette from e.l.f. and taking the darkest shade in the palette, I'm going to blend that all over my lid with a Morphe 505 tapered blending brush, and also bringing that down to my lower lash line with a shader brush as well. Nothing too precise, nothing too crazy. I just wanted this look to be simple and effortless. Then you can go ahead and just take any dark brown eyeshadow. I'm taking an angled brow brush and tightlining my lash line. Nothing too precise. I'm just going to smudge it so when we put on our lashes, it gives it that seductive, smoky liner look. And for mascara, I'm using a Wet n Wild mascara. These mascaras are so damn cheap and so easy to work with. I've never been the type of person to spend an arm and a leg for mascara. It's not happening, never gonna happen, never experienced it, just no. Also for my lower lashes, I started to coat them a little differently. Now I like to flip my wand the other way and coat them first horizontally and then coat them as I normally would. This just applies more product to the hairs without making a total mess. And for lashes, I'll be using these Cocoa lashes in the style Amore. These lashes have been my absolute go-to. I've reused them, no lie, like almost 10 times, and they're still good as new. Now, if you guys have an old pair of lashes that you don't want to let go of and you don't want to get new ones, here's a little tip. Take some liquid eyeliner and just put it on the lashes like mascara, and voila, they are brand new. And to contour and blush, I'll be using this e.l.f. Duo in St. Lucia. This is another product I've recently haven't been able to let go of. It gives you a really nice and natural bronze. And also for a person who isn't a fan of blushes, this blush is perfect for a subtle tone on the cheeks, But if you also want a more dolly and rosy tint, you can definitely build it up as well. And to highlight, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi highlighter in the shade Golden. Now, I thought that I was recording me highlighting the rest of my face. I was wrong. I only got to get the clip of me highlighting my inner corner, and there I am, just, drenched in setting spray. And to finish it off, I'm just using ColourPop's Ultra Matte Lip in the shade K. And that's about it for today, guys. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next time.